learn everything from these sessions. These sessions are meant to give you, to introduce you to these topics, and also are meant to open your eyes to different areas that are important for you to research further. And by iteration, you can be able to increase your expertise in every area. Now, today, I want to cover one area, a topic that is really interesting to me, and that is talking about opportunities or other careers in blockchain, Web3, NFTs, and Metaverse, and the likes, and there are associated topics like DeFi. All these come from DLTs, yeah. And the reason why this topic is interesting to me is because it doesn't matter what you're doing today. All of you, the main reason why you're attending this class or this session is because you're interested in advancing your career, or you're interested in increasing your income, yeah, either today or in the future, yeah. So everything that we are doing, we are being driven by being able to grow, and that growth to a great extent can be measured with regard to our desire to grow our income. So that's why I put here we are hiring, yeah, because every time the idea that you want to apply for a job, the idea that you want to qualify for a particular job in an industry can make you push yourself to learn a new thing, yeah. You decide you want to be a nurse, you can push yourself, although you hate chemistry, you hate biology, but all of a sudden you decide that you're going to get the income you want in nursing or medicine. You push yourself, yeah, and you learn whatever it takes to make you become what you want. So with regard to careers in blockchain, Web3, and NFTs, Metaverse, and all these emerging technologies, I think the opportunity is so broad, and the list of options that you can choose from are so broad. It's literally almost like an open check for you, because these are developing industries, and what that means is a lot of choices with regard to these industries, a lot of choices with regard to what you want to become or what you want to do depends on you. Because if you look at the mainstream educational institutions in your countries, and even in Kenya right now, mainstream or public institutions or mainstream major private education institutions, major universities still do not offer a bachelor's degree in blockchain, or a bachelor's degree in Web3, or in Metaverse, yeah, or an MBA, yeah, which means many of these courses you still learn by your own initiative, by looking for short courses online, and also by doing your own research through YouTube or through Google. Yeah, so yeah, so the topic is careers in blockchain, crypto, Web3, NFTs, and Metaverse. Yeah. So starting into this, I would like to just introduce you to, or rather tell you a little bit about why I came into the blockchain industry, because that is how I'm going to be able to articulate how you can maneuver through this industry, how you can be able to grow or build a career in this industry. A few years ago, in 2017, yeah, I was doing my SCCA. Yeah, I don't know, some of you are accountants. I was doing my SCCA after graduating. I had graduated a few years prior with a bachelor's degree in finance. So I was doing SCCA. SCCA is a professional accounting course, so that I become an accountant, so that I practice as an accountant. Yeah. So in 2017, I read a blog that was written by ACCA, by a blogger from ACCA. And this blog was talking about how a technology is going to, this technology called blockchain is going to disrupt auditing and accounting. And it just discussed how this technology will change the way accounting is done, the introduction of things like the triple entry accounting to replace the double entry accounting that we know, and a number of things, yeah? And I've always wanted to work with the big four audit firms, yeah? So I was looking forward to get an internship at the at PwC and pursue a career in these companies. But because I did not take any attachment or internship at campus, it was difficult for me to get an offer or to get an entry position at that time. So what happened? After reading this blog, I mean, I felt like I should research more about what blockchain was. So I went online and started researching what is really blockchain, yeah? And interestingly, I found so many reports that were published by the big four audit firms, yeah? And these audit firms were talking about how blockchain, how enterprise blockchain, and this thing called crypto could be disruptive and could disrupt different industries. It talked about, some of the report talked about how blockchain will be useful in different industries, in supply chain, in digital identity, in healthcare, in education, different industries, yeah? And that is the motivation. That is where I got a lot of motivation for me to dig deeper into what is this blockchain, yeah? Because I had known something about new industries, yeah? And that's something I think I should have added to this slide, is if you know the Chinese Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, he said one day that when an industry is not regulated, that is the best time for you to enter. That is the best time for you to start your business in that industry. That is the best time for you to enter. The entry barriers will be so high that you will not have any room to enter. You will, for instance, when you talk about crypto, starting a crypto exchange. Starting a crypto exchange was easier in a few years ago. As time goes by, it's becoming harder, yeah? There's a lot of self-regulation. For instance, right now, exchanges are talking about what we call proof of reserve. In 2017, there was nothing like proof of reserve, but because of the collapse of FTX, we are now talking about proof of reserve. So, which means you need more capital, yeah, to be able to run a healthy exchange. Now, probably in 2025, this industry will be more regulated, and it will probably be a requirement for you to have a certain amount of reserve. Right now, it's based on self-regulation. In 2025, probably it will be based on provisions of a law that has been enacted in Parliament. Yeah. So what will happen with regard to that is it will become very difficult for you to start a career in blockchain. Yeah. Not really difficult because more careers will be there, but what I mean, it will be difficult for you to start a business. Depending on what business you want to start, but major business, especially those that deals with exchanges, entry barriers will be higher compared to what they are right now. Yeah. So in 2017, after I learned about this and read all these reports, I went online, did a number of blockchain courses, did a number of courses being offered online, I watched a number of YouTube videos, did extensive research on what blockchain is and why it is relevant. Yeah. And after doing that research, I went to start attending the meetups in our community. Yeah. in Kenya. And one thing I realized then is there was a lot of focus on speculation. There were a lot of activities with regard to that involved there are a lot of activities that involved cryptocurrency, new cryptocurrencies springing up every day, and many of them, interestingly, were turning out to be scams. So I wondered, I couldn't learn more with regard to blockchain compared to what I was learning from my house, reading and researching by myself. So I decided I'm going to do a book to just explore and not just explore, but to open up the community to the possibilities with regard to blockchain use cases. So I did a book. By the way, it's available on Amazon. I'm going to post a link at the end of this session. I did a book that focused on blockchain and its use cases across 14 different industries. Yeah. And I focused this book on real use cases. Yeah. Things that you can apply. That is the, and these I'm talking about 2018, because that's when the book was launched. So after doing this book and launching it in November 2018, I started out to do pro bono work, training in schools, training different people here and there on what blockchain is and its impacts. And then in 2019, after appearing in different media stations, being featured on BBC World News, talking about blockchain here and there, I now started to travel, to speak, and to start training then beyond Kenya. And that's how I launched a career as a consultant in blockchain. Yeah. And interestingly, I have never practiced accounting since then. I was never employed as an accountant even before, but entering this industry just changed my career path totally. Yeah. And everything that I do today is focused on the career of blockchain. Yeah. Now, that is to tell you, and that is to really buttress what you can see on your screen right now, is that we are not just talking. We're talking about career opportunities that are actually in demand out there. Yeah, that people are actually being employed to handle these roles. Yeah, and since then, I can tell you for a fact that I've handled so many roles with regard to blockchain and cryptocurrencies, from consulting, from speaking, from handling a variety of roles, right? From being a broker, helping crypto exchanges be listed on different exchanges. I've handled different roles, from helping cryptocurrency startups right from scratch, from design to development, to fundraising, to listing in exchanges. Yeah, I have done all that. And even today, this career path has enabled me to flex my muscles with regard to what I can do in the blockchain. And for me, I chose the path of cryptocurrency, blockchain and cryptocurrency consulting, of course. So as you can see, the demand for blockchain skills, the demand for Web3 skills is on the rise. Yeah. If you check data online, demand for blockchain developers has grown 400% in the last year alone. In 2018, there was actually a sharp spike with regard to demand for blockchain developers. It was the highest in demand scale, according to LinkedIn jobs listing. Yeah, and that tells you how much this is growing in demand. So let's look at a few items. Why blockchain will create jobs? Yeah, because any revolutionary technology does two things. Yeah, and when I talk about a revolutionary technology, I talk about a technology that is disruptive, a technology that totally changes the way business is done. It disrupts courses of business. It disrupts business models. And a good example is the internet. Yeah, you can see how internet changed the way things are done. Yeah, that today I am in Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm handling a training that any of you may be attending from any part of the world. Right? That's interesting. That could only be possible with the internet. Without the internet, I mean, we would have all the limitations of distance. Now, the disruption, if you look at, for instance, the revolution of the internet or the disruption of the internet, we see so many companies that disappeared, right? From bookstores that were brick and mortar, based on brick and mortar model, yeah, to postal corporations that believed in sending letters or delivering letters. A number of companies died or lost mainstream major streams of income or major streams of revenues. Yeah, so blockchain is a revolutionary technology or a disruptive technology like the internet that has a potential to disrupt businesses across the world. And anytime there is such a disruptive technology, it creates jobs and it also causes massive losses of jobs. Yeah, for instance, blockchain is a decentralized or decentralized ledger technology, which means it has the potential to disintermediate any kind of transaction. Yeah, so transactions that rely on trusted third parties, those transactions can now be done without that trusted third party. What have we done effectively by doing that? We have rendered this trusted third party jobless. Yeah. So if that trusted third party is a company, then we have rendered thousands or hundreds of thousands of people unemployed by putting that company out of business. Yeah. If that trusted third party is a professional, we've rendered that guy jobless. Yeah. On the flip side, the implementation and adoption of these disruptive technologies, they need skilled labor, involve skilled labor, yeah, skilled work, yeah, and this is where people who are skilled in this kind of technology will be able to have more opportunities, yeah, because companies, and interestingly, the requirement of experience, the 5-year experience is very rare in this industry, except for very high level hirings, yeah, but most hirings, I mean, I started doing my first role in blockchain, I only had probably 1 year experience, yeah, and I could still dictate what I earn as at then. All industry leverage on the intermediaries to establish trust and transparency. In an increasingly digitizing world, transactions need to be less opaque and more transparent. So we are talking about disintermediation. Now, there are a lot of jobs that have been created by intermediation. Yeah, the fact that there are a number of industries that rely on brokers, that rely on middlemen, that rely on third-party, trusted third parties. For instance, banks. For instance, insurance brokers. All these are middlemen. All these are intermediaries, and all these employ millions of people worldwide. Now, if you disrupt that, you disrupt jobs, right? You disrupt jobs. Now, blockchain has the potential to reduce or entirely eliminate intermediation. Yeah. Now, I want to start from, I want to roll these blockchain careers in a way that, or in the manner in which it is most likely for them to grow in demand. The first level of demand, taking you back in 2017 where I started, yeah, or where I fully entered this industry, is that every industry or every revolutionary or disruptive technology, at the start, at the foundation of its adoption, it needs research. There is a lot of research that is involved. Yeah, so blockchain, cryptocurrency, Web3, and Metaverse researcher. Yeah, there is a researcher that is needed. Go online. You will find a lot of publications with regard to Web3. A lot of publication. There are companies actually, for instance, the Block. Yeah, the Block. And even Blockchain Research Institute and a number of institutes focus on blockchain research. Now, these companies actually make money by simply diving deep into researching, yeah, different aspects of blockchain. Now, content development begin at research. Yeah. So the only way I could learn more and read more papers from the big 4 audit firms with regard to blockchain is because somebody somewhere sat down and did a lot of research to put together that paper. And that is an opportunity even today. Now, the opportunity is expanding. How? Traditional companies or contemporary companies, such as banks, such as law firms, they're setting up their own internal research labs, yeah, to be able to research, yeah, to be able to research emerging technologies like blockchain, yeah, and that's where they hire their internal team. They set up an internal team to be able to lead that research, right? Because they don't want to be left behind, and also they still feel like the technology is still immature, that they cannot entirely switch their focus to it, but they want some work to be ongoing as they continue with their mainstream jobs. Every new technology relies on research for its development. Blockchain research is necessary for blockchain technology to mainstream across different industries. Yeah. Blockchain is one of the most misunderstood and hyped technologies since the internet. Yeah. And this I realized a few years ago when I was trying to explain blockchain to people. And I tell people when I go to speak that since 2019, I stopped trying to explain blockchain to people like to dummies, yeah, because it was so hard for me then that I had to use the word Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the only thing they knew. That if I tried to separate blockchain from Bitcoin, I actually confused them. Yeah. So the hype in the blockchain industry has made this technology obscure in a way that so many people still don't understand what these technologies are. And when I mean blockchain, I use that as the foundation for the other careers that I'm mentioning. Yeah. It is worse for Web3 and Metaverse. The misconception with regard to Web3, with regard to Metaverse, it's worse, by the way. Yeah. People have started, at least for blockchain, people understand, or at least people have heard of Bitcoin. So when they're not understanding you can tell them, you know, Bitcoin, and then you can pick it up from there to explain and to simplify it for them. But from Web3, for Metaverse, is a lot harder. Yeah. So a lot of research is needed with regard to Metaverse. A lot of research is needed with regard to Web3. And just to give you an idea of an example of a job that I did that involved research. Yeah, I did a job for a company known as an NGO known as IDEJETRO. IDEJETRO is Institute of Developing Economies, Japan External Trade Organizations. I did the research for them. Yeah, I consulted for them in 2019 and also did a research for them, I think 2020. Yeah, with regard to blockchain in developing economies, and also with regard to blockchain in increasing income for low-income economies. Yeah, so non-governmental institutions in particular, and governments, are really doing a lot of work with regard to research. Whether we talk about central bank digital currency, the foundational work that is happening right now in it is a lot of research. So if you anchor yourself as a good researcher, yeah, and it shows all in your profiles, and you have a number of publications online, you will have a CV that is commanding and that can place you in a position where you can be able to get some of these roles. And if I don't mention you starting your own research institute with regard to this. I mean, this industry is still so huge. Yeah, trust me, based on 2022 data, the global adoption of blockchain and cryptocurrency is just about 4%. Now, imagine when we get to 10%. Imagine the demand. Imagine when we get to 20%. Imagine the demand. Yeah. So there will be a lot of demand. And according to World Economic Forum, by 2027, there will be up to about 10% of the global GDP. And the global GDP as out of 2020, when they started this, was about $80 trillion. Yeah. So 10% of that is about 8 trillion. According to them, about 10% of the global GDP will be stored on blockchains by 2027. Yeah. Even if we attain just 50% of that, that will have a lot of opportunities. Let's move to the blogger. Now, you are a researcher. Now, as a researcher, you can focus on publishing peer-reviewed papers. You can focusing on publishing reports, right? That's a different part of researching. And you can as well focus on researching on usability, researching on different aspects of blockchain, like how it is impacting incomes, how it is impacting jobs, how it is impacting inequality, how it is impacting digital transformation, particularly in areas where there are a lot of refugees. Those research titles are of great interest to NGOs, by the way. After researching, you can as well decide to be a blogger. Yeah? This is something you can run side by side or with your research work. Yeah? You can decide to write, to be a blogger. Now, what is the demand of blogging? By the right now, yeah, there are actually over 20,000. Yeah, there are over 20,000 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, there are over 20,000 cryptocurrencies. By the time I did this, this training, there were about 10,000 cryptocurrencies. Within 2 years, this has doubled. In less than 2 years, the number of cryptos listed on CoinMarketCap has doubled. So right now we have about 22,000 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. And you know what? About twice that number is not listed or are listed on other platforms. Yeah, all these cryptocurrencies want visibility. All these cryptocurrencies want to be seen online. They want to have content online. Yeah. So who are they looking into? They're looking into bloggers. Yeah. They're looking into bloggers. They want cryptocurrency bloggers. There are not many of them already. Most bloggers that are trying to do cryptocurrency have not angled themselves have not angled themselves as really strong cryptocurrency bloggers. Of course, it has increased. The number of supply of crypto bloggers has increased greatly, tremendously, since the time I actively started following up this development in this industry. So being a crypto blogger, and for instance, having your crypto blog, you can create your own blog. I mean, creating websites nowadays is quite simple, and you can be able even to do your own your SEO, write blogs that can rank highly, and you can take courses online with regard to SEO. You can take courses online with regard to writing good blogs, right? And there are several AI tools that are available right now that can aid you to increase your efficiency, your productivity with regard to writing blogs, right? So all these companies, whether you want to do video blogging or vlogging, yeah, whether you want to do social media blogging, yeah, all these will position you as an influencer, will position you as somebody who can help a cryptocurrency, yeah, create or build a community, and you will earn money for it. Trust me, it pays really well. It pays really, really well, yeah. Then blockchain, crypto, Web3, NFT, and Metaverse educator. Now, as a blogger, once you have done your research, you are a blockchain researcher, you are doing blogging, yeah, which means you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of understanding, yeah. I mean, you can wake me up any time of the night and give me a topic on blockchain. I can be able to take you through a class on that topic. Why? Because I've done extensive research on these topics. Yeah, I've done extensive research on most of these topics. I can't lie to you that I have learned everything, because this industry changes every day. This industry is metamorphosizing every day. Yeah, there's always a new thing to learn. Yeah, but I've learned a lot by doing what? By writing blogs and by researching. Yeah, so the first part that helped me is doing a book, a 300-page book on blockchain, on understanding the blockchain. That forced me to read a lot about blockchain. Yeah, and at a time when there was not so much content, I had to research a lot. Yeah, dig deep to get the right content. Yeah, so this is another really good thing that you can do, because it's all about you converting what you know into money, into income. Yeah, and becoming an educator. Yeah, you will be sourced for. Cryptocurrency academies, cryptocurrency companies, or blockchain companies will need educators. I'll give you one good example. In Africa right now, particularly in Kenya, Binance has now invested billions of shillings. Of course, that is in millions or hundreds of millions of dollars invested in Africa to attract the African community towards Binance, right? And they're doing a lot of meetups, yeah? And this involves educators. Yeah? So that is where the money is. All these exchanges, they want to expand markets into Asia, into Africa. Some of them moving the other side from America into Europe, or from Asia into Europe, or from Asia into America. Bottom line, all of them need to bring more people into their platforms. And the number one strategy for them is education. Yeah, and I can give you one good example of a company that used this strategy successfully, and that is Paxful. Paxful is a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange. Yeah, and they did a lot of education in the early days in their meetups, and this education, they involved educators. Yeah. Other than being employed, other than working for somebody, you can start your own cryptocurrency, Web3 or blockchain or Metaverse educational series. Yeah, you can start your own, create your own curriculum. Yeah, and create your course. Yeah, and you can be able to access a community and start training them, charge them the way you see fit, and start training them. Blockchain, Web3, NFT, and Metaverse consultant, right? So we've talked about an educator, a researcher. You can angle yourself as a consultant. Now, this is what I did. Yeah. Now, the bottom is the logo of my company. Before we changed it, right now it has orange. Now, Chain Advice is the company I founded in 2019, and with this company, I angled myself as a blockchain consultant. Yeah. And as a blockchain consultant, what was I doing? I was helping companies with regard to market entry, cryptocurrency market entry into Africa. Company that is in Asia, for instance, that wants to access Africa market. I have a good network across the African continent with regard to people in blockchain and people into cryptocurrencies. Yeah, and that is how I built a career guiding people from other markets to enter African market. Yeah? And by the way, I've traveled for this, to go and do meetings, to go and do corporate meetings with these clients and be able to help them access the African market, give them strategies. Yeah, this is consulting. So I give them the strategies. They invest their own money. I'm not talking about me going to the market to market for them. No, I'm talking about me advising them on the approach they should take to access the African market. Yeah, and trust me. Yeah. I will tell you this, but I will not. I will withhold the names of these companies. But even up to even this month, right? I have worked for major multinational companies, yeah, that were consulting with regard to entering certain markets in Africa. In particular, this January, I have consulted for 2 multinationals, and these multinationals are not companies in crypto industry. The multinationals in the payment industry. Actually, this January I've done, January I've done 2. Yeah, like all of you probably have used the services of these companies, And these companies were looking into entering. One was looking into entering Egypt, yeah, and they are looking to do some work with regard to digitization in Egypt using blockchain. And another one was trying to enter, or seeking to enter the Ethiopian market, yeah, as a provider of cryptocurrency services, as a provider of cryptocurrency trading services, yeah. So that is how much there is demand with regard to accessing these markets. As a consultant, you can consult to anybody. I've consulted to law firms with regard to blockchain relevance in law and in the legal industry. I've consulted to banks with regard to blockchain and its impact in banking. And you can consult to as many. I mean, you can craft your own consulting vehicle and be able to create demand for it. Blockchain Web3 Metaverse architects. Yeah, this is another interesting career. Yeah, I mean, there are instances where I found myself doing part of this role. Yeah, but I am not a blockchain. I do not practice this. Yeah, of course, I am certified and I am capable of designing a blockchain, but this is not the path that I have marketed myself as. However, this falls under consulting. So if you are a consultant, you have the services of blockchain design, of Web3 design, yeah, under your wings. We have not included Metaverse in our services at the moment, yeah, because right now we do not have proper skill sets with regard to Metaverse design, but we are looking into accessing this market as well and being able to offer this service as well with regard to designing Metaverse environments and designing Web3 projects. But right now, what we have done for the last few years is designing blockchain and cryptocurrency projects. We have been able to do that. And this is another role that, trust me, yeah, I have had calls, several calls that talk about designing a project in blockchain and Web3. And this is another area that is a low-hanging fruit that somebody can be able to do. And a Metaverse, a blockchain or Web3 architect, you may not have to be a blockchain developer for you to be an architect. You may have an understanding with regard to development. You'll need that to have some basic understanding with regard to development, yeah. But you don't necessarily have to be a hardcore blockchain developer for you to be an architect or for you to be a blockchain designer. Blockchain Web3 Metaverse developers. Now, I will start from the last line on that slide. This is probably the most in demand and highest paying career option in blockchain and Web3 and Metaverse. Yeah, I mean, these people earn between $100,000 to even $150,000 per year, depending on which market you are. Of course, some get lower, charge lower because they don't know how much other people are paying for this. Yeah, but this is really well paying, right? And the entry barriers are still few because as a young person or somebody already in development or who is already a developer, you can be able to advance your skills to be able to offer this service. You can be able to advance your skill to be able to develop blockchain solutions. Blockchain, crypto, Web3, Metaverse project managers. Interestingly, this is one of the careers or career options that have been undermined by most people in the blockchain industry or the cryptocurrency industry. Yeah, think of every cryptocurrency project, every blockchain or Metaverse or Web3 project. They need a project manager, and this project manager cannot just be any project manager. It should be a project manager who has understanding of blockchain, of crypto, of Web3 and Metaverse. Because if you have handled any cryptocurrency project, you will realize, or you will testify to the fact that cryptocurrency projects are just unique. Yeah, they're unique. So a project manager that is coming from a construction project, yeah, you bring him into a cryptocurrency project, he will flop. So cryptocurrency projects or blockchain projects need project managers who are skilled with regard to this, these technologies. Yeah, you've handled a project, or you understand how how Metaverse works, how blockchain or crypto works, and then you are able to get a job in this area. And trust me, if you just brand yourself as a blockchain, a Web3 or a cryptocurrency project manager, if you just brand yourself as this, trust me, you will get opportunities, because there are opportunities out there and they keep growing every day. I'm telling you what I know because I get DMs on my LinkedIn. Yeah, I get DMs, several DMs on my LinkedIn every week, with people having, hey, can we do this together? People who want you to be co-founder in this project, or can we work on this? Or, hey, can you handle this role? Yeah, I get these offers. Why? Because employers are looking for skills, yet they can't find them out there. Yeah, they look at profiles and they can't see any profile that is matching what they want, because somebody wants to be a blockchain project manager, but he hasn't stated so in his profile. So how will the employer know that? Blockchain, Web3, and Metaverse, and cryptocurrency security auditors. Yeah, there is one career as well that is needed, and I understand that a blockchain developer can be a good security auditor. Yeah? A blockchain developer will be able to serve as a security auditor as well. So you can brand yourself as a developer or as a security auditor. Yeah, there are auditing companies, yeah, that audit cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, most exchanges require that before you list a cryptocurrency, you must provide an audit. Yeah, you must provide what we call a smart contract audit or a blockchain audit. Yeah, an audit of your architecture, an audit of your security of your architecture. And who does this job? These auditing companies, they employ blockchain security auditors, people who are good developers or people who understand this code and can be able, yeah, to go through a smart contract code and see any loopholes. If, for instance, the DAO, if they had a good smart contract auditor in 2015, yeah, probably we wouldn't have had the DAO happening in 2016. That would have been prevented. Yeah. So as security auditor, you can angle yourself as a security auditor, yeah, and build a career in this. Of course, you can also start a business of providing smart contract audit services, yeah. And I've been able to broker with regard to this service. I've helped a number of cryptocurrencies access this service because I partner with a number of smart contract auditors, auditing companies, and this service varies. They charge between, depending on what extent they have divided into different categories, and it ranges from $600 to $3,500 for an audit. Yeah, some of them, depending on the complexity of your smart contract, charge even more, as high as $10,000 to just audit that smart contract. Then blockchain, crypto, Web3 lawyers. Yeah, I am in law school right now, and with a focus on blockchain, cryptocurrency, rather blockchain, fintech, and tax law. Right. So there will be a lot of need with regard to legal services in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. You realize lately there have been a number of cases going on in the US with regard to cryptocurrency. The latest one that is ongoing is the one for Ripple, where the Securities and Exchange Commission took Ripple to court with a claim that Ripple raised money with a token that is a security, yeah, without having the license to do so. Yeah, remember, this involves lawyers who do not just understand securities only, but also have some understanding with regard to blockchain. That will make them more competent. By the way, my first client when I started consulting was a law firm, the largest law firm in Eastern Central Africa. I trained their office in Nairobi and their office in Dubai. A number of tax lawyers, over 30 tax and corporate lawyers, with regard to what is the relevance of blockchain and cryptocurrency in their practice. And the reason they called me for this was because they were encountering clients who had questions with regard to cryptocurrencies, and they did not know how to answer. The area of data processing, data use, data privacy and protection. For instance, in Metaverse, how will data be protected in Metaverse? How will data be protected with regard to cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency companies, how can we ensure that there is no breach of data privacy? So this will involve the experience or the help of a legal mind. Blockchain, or rather a cryptocurrency analyst, can you be able to analyze a cryptocurrency project? Can you be able to analyze a cryptocurrency and advise an investment bank with regard to the strength of that cryptocurrency project? Because more investment banks are coming into the cryptocurrency industry as the industry strengthens. And when this happens, and when this continues to happen, they will need analysts. They will need analysts. I have a friend of mine who is a cryptocurrency analyst, and does a good job with regard to analysts, with regard to analyzing cryptocurrencies, with regard to making decisions on I actually have a number of friends that does this, and they can take a cryptocurrency, put them onto TradingView, be able to analyze those charts, and tell you with regard to projections with regard to those cryptos, or tell you this is the risk of this crypto, this is what they could fall back to, and they can also look at the cryptocurrency, look at their tokenomics, and tell you with regard to supply, with regard to the team, and be able to tell you the risks. And these people as well are needed. Then cryptocurrency traders. We have forex traders in banks. Some of the banks have internal forex traders who manage their FX. And very soon they'll probably introduce crypto trading. There are a number in the US in particular that are already seeing cryptocurrency as an asset class. In particular, the BlackRock, the largest investment company in the world, seeing or looking at Bitcoin as a potential investment class, or rather an asset class, meaning that now they may need to have a trader or somebody who understands and can analyze and can trade profitably cryptocurrencies. And moving fast is a blockchain, cryptocurrency, Web3, NFT, Metaverse entrepreneur. This probably is one area that most of you need to think about, even as you look for a position or a role in that company with regard to all those other career opportunities or options. Think about what you can do, because it means a lot if you can own something of your own in this industry. Think about that Web3 project that you can start from your garage. Think about that Web3, or I'm not telling you, all of you, to start your own cryptocurrencies. No, you can start, you can be an entrepreneur in this industry without you starting your own cryptocurrency. You can start your own crypto auditing firm. You can start a crypto analysis platform, just giving analysis to different cryptocurrencies. You can do so many things with regard to crypto. You can be an entrepreneur. Just be creative around it. It's just code. You can code around it. Be creative around it. Build some unique exchange. Build some platform with regard to liquidity. If you are here in this industry in 2020, you realize how there was a hype around DeFi. The development of multiple decentralized exchanges. A lot of them came up in 2020. Why? Because it was a new idea. Somebody became creative. Somebody became creative. So you as well can be creative and come up with a solution that can help this industry, because the door is wide open. Yeah, the entry barriers are so low that anybody can start a business. Yeah, and have an income. You can start a cryptocurrency or blockchain academy. Yeah, I have friends of mine who are running these companies, who are running cryptocurrency education, cryptocurrency academies, and for instance, Metaverse Academy. I have a friend of mine in another country who right now is doing massive education with regard to Metaverse. Yeah, teaching people, and they have gadgets. They have the Oculus Quest 2, I mean, and they are helping people understand Metaverse, right? So that's an opportunity as well that you can explore. Now, as I wind up, let's just look at a few opportunities with regard to Metaverse, for instance. Yeah, because Metaverse is a little bit unique. It has become a thing. It has become a hype. It has been hyped lately. Yeah, it wasn't hyped, although it has been there with us. Yeah, augmented reality and virtual reality. Although it has been there with us, it only became hyped when Facebook changed its name from Facebook as a company to Meta, yeah, from the name Metaverse, and focused their business in Metaverse and invested billions of dollars with regard to Metaverse. Yeah, and after them, Apple also is developing their own VR headset or AR, mixed reality headset. Yeah. Microsoft is doing something with regard to augmented reality as well. Yeah, so all these companies, big tech, yeah, or the firms, they're investing money into Metaverse. You can't tell me all that money is going nowhere. All that money is going to some people's pockets. That pocket can be one of your pockets. You can be a content creator for Metaverse. You can start creating your own avatars, creating assets in the Metaverse, NFTs in the Metaverse. Yeah, you can start creating environment in the Metaverse, right? And make some business out of this. Creators, artists, modelers, dialogue writers, and those, all that. Community. And one thing, by the way, that I forgot with regard to cryptocurrency and blockchain is a community manager. Yeah, that is one other area that is in demand. Cryptocurrencies are looking for reliable community managers, somebody to manage that community, to communicate with that community. Yeah, and that must be somebody who understands crypto well. So community evangelists, marketers, customer support, curators, influencers, moderators, advisors, all these people are needed. Yeah? Trust me, there is room for you. Then we have performers, actors, musicians. All this is with regard to Metaverse. These are opportunities that anybody can be able to do. Then the bridgers, then participants, play to earn. Yeah, I know a number of people who are doing this. Yeah, then builders, game designers. You can build your own game in the Metaverse. Yeah, you can create your own game in the Metaverse. I mean, there are courses online about how you can build a game with the Metaverse. You can check online and get a number of courses with the Metaverse. Learn it and build your own game, a play-to-earn game. Link it with NFTs. Let somebody play and earn some crypto, or let somebody play and earn some NFTs. Yeah, you would have been creative. You would have started your own business from your bedroom or from your lounge at your house without putting in any capital. Perhaps the capital you'll put is the hosting fee and a few other monies that you'll spend in the process, but not major capital. Then let's look at probably this should be the last slide. Who is hiring in these industries, in these roles? Yeah, there are several industries hiring, several industries, IT companies. Yeah, BPOs, those are business processing outsourcing companies that involve themselves with that. IT consulting, IT products, companies offering IT products, trying to integrate their IT solutions with blockchain. Education or edtech. Yeah. Pharma, healthcare, telecom, yeah, fintech, crypto startups. Yeah, there are several companies hiring. Actually, every industry will have an opportunity for Web3 and blockchain. Yeah, Metaverse skills, of course, are growing with Meta, Apple, and Microsoft and others getting into that industry. So it is a vast industry with a great opportunities. So these are just, I've listed a number of websites here that I've listed. In this website, you can be able to find a list of jobs, companies that have posted, they are hiring for many of these roles, for community managers, for developers, for crypto analysts. All these jobs are being posted online. These are companies already looking to fill these positions. So we are not just talking about something that is coming into the future, but these are opportunities that are available right now, and you can check them online and be able to explore them. Then as I finish, don't be shy. I got this online a while back. Don't be shy. People in crypto want new entrants. It is how everything grows. Truth be told, though, that's true. We actually need more people to come into the cryptocurrency industry, into the blockchain industry, because that's how it grows. We want new talent, and there is no stupid question or observation. You will feel behind the curve for several months, and that's okay. There is a lot to learn and observe. Never start a business just to make money. Start a business to make a difference. Let that be your motivation. Thank you so much, guys, for creating time. Thank you so much for attending this session. I hope that you learned something. I believe that all of you will get a hold of these slides, and you'll be able to even watch these on YouTube to learn and explore these careers. And all the best as you build your career or as you start your business in these industries. Thank you. I think I'll check through a number of questions very fast. So what are some business ideas in this space for a startup? I think I've listed a few business ideas. It depends with what you want to do. You can start education, the low-hanging fruits. It depends with your skill set. If you want to start it alone, or if you have a co-founder. If you have a co-founder, take a paper and a pen and write down what are your skill sets. If both of you are developers, then you can develop something in blockchain. You can develop a site that provides analysis for crypto. You can develop a site that does that stores maybe certificates. You can develop a site. I mean, you can explore anything with regard to blockchain, depending on your skill set. The low-hanging fruits, if you're not highly skilled, is education, consulting. You can have a startup with regard to that. Services that do not need technical skills, that just need you to understand this technology, right? Myself, early in the days, I focused on becoming a blockchain developer. I did programming because I didn't have background in computer science. So I went to programming school, did programming, did a number of languages, but then I realized I don't have so much interest in developing, in writing code. I want to leverage on people who know how to write code and work with them. So today I partner with several companies. Let me not say several, perhaps that will look like there's so many. I partner with about 5 companies, right? In different countries today that are specialized in blockchain development. So in the course of my consulting, if I find a client who needs blockchain development, that is any kind of solution, whether it's a cryptocurrency or a central bank digital currency, or you want to develop a blockchain app in healthcare, whatever industry, I can be able to leverage on these companies and provide that solution. That is just to ensure that my company becomes an end-to-end solution provider, so that at some point I do not tell you I don't have this solution. What are AI tools? What are AI tools to generate blogs? Name any 5, please. Wow. Now you want me to name for you a few AI tools that you can create blogs with. Of course, the number 1 tool is the most popular today is ChatGPT. Probably all of you know that, the anonymous attendee. You probably know ChatGPT. Everybody knows ChatGPT in the world. But there are others that are probably designed better to be able to help you in generating blogs. And when I mean leveraging on AI, I didn't just mean creating blogs using AI, but I meant using AI to help you create blogs faster. Yeah. So things like Grammarly can be able to help you with regard to grammar, can be able to help you to correct mistakes as you go, so that when you finish, you don't have to go through the blog again. You'll waste a lot of time. Yeah. So Grammarly, it will come in handy. Quillbot is another important one. Yeah. Quillbot is another app that can help you greatly. Yeah. Another app that can help you greatly is Jasper. Yeah. Jasper is another vital app with regard to generating blogs. But I mean that there are several AI apps that I can mention to you, several. Yeah. But that's probably a session for another day, and you can explore AIs and how you can use these AI tools to your good. Because in this world today, it's about how you use your 24 hours. It's about productivity. If you can find a way to 10x your productivity, you will be ahead of most of your peers. That's what it is about today. It's about how can you increase your productivity. Then I think a blockchain project has two main challenges: team and investment. And for the business, the main challenge is customer adoption. What are the projects that have chances of success, i.e., have paying customers? You know, I have been able to become a technical mentor to a number of hackathons, or to a number of projects that were at the early stage. Yeah, and one thing I realized with many teams is you find that two developers come together to create a project. Both of these minds think technically. They think about developing, right? And they have a weakness of turning whatever they have developed into business. So they have a really good project, but what they did not think before they started developing is the business model of what they're building. Yeah. So you build a good project, but after completing the building, that's when you think, how and what do the customers pay for? Yeah. Because if you don't think about that at the start, yeah, then you can make the mistake of not designing the workflow or the process flow of that app, yeah, to be able to deliver on that. Yeah. At what point does the customer enter your platform? At what point does the customer pay, right? Is it a subscription platform? Yeah. What platform are you, what service are you developing, right? So when you talk about team and investment, that's why I told you it depends with what project you're starting. If you're starting an exchange, trust me, you need a lot of capital. If you're starting an exchange, or if you want to run a cryptocurrency, you need a lot of capital. So you're going to have to look for ways to raise that capital. Yeah. Of course, you also need a big team. Yeah. You need a big team. I can tell you for a fact that when I started it alone. I didn't need a team. Yeah. I was the founder, I was the CEO, I was the social media manager, I was everything for that company. Yeah. So I was doing everything. Yeah. Because for that, I could actually do most of the things. So I was the consultant. Yeah. Because it was built, the business was built largely on my brand. Today, I work with the other people who handle those roles as I focus on other things. Yeah. So developing a team, the number one way of developing a team is to look for co-founders. Look for somebody who believes in your project idea. Let them buy into that project. Yeah. And then give them stake into that project. Don't insist on having 100% of the project. Give them some stake into that project. Would you rather own a small company that is valuable at, say, own 100% of a company valuable at $1 million, yeah, that is having trouble scaling, or have 10% or 50% of a company that is valuable at $1 billion? Yeah. So sometimes we make a mistake of insisting on not working with people or giving stake to others, and we deny ourselves the opportunity to grow. So if you're willing to work with others, give stake to others, For instance, you are a developer and you know one of your friends who is really good with regard to digital marketing. You need that guy. Look for them. Sit down with them. Who else do you need? You need somebody who's really good with regard to operations or project management, or somebody who's really good with regard to management overall. Look for that guy. Let that guy manage that project for you. Focus on development, the developer, the digital marketer, focus on marketing. Wait, hey, you've just started a company with 3 guys, all of you friends. Yeah. And with that, you can be able to see the loopholes and be able to work out the business model and how to succeed. Yeah. So when you say what are the projects that have chances of success, that is quite a little bit ambiguous, and I cannot be able to tell you which project have a chance of success. It depends with which project you want to do. If it is an education project, if you build an education platform, chances of success depend on what on your management, how you manage it, because education is needed, right? Education is in demand. If you create a platform that is, for instance, asking government to store title deeds into that platform, it will take you time, because title deeds and government, there are a lot of bureaucracy. It will take you time before you get traction, before you sign up one government or before you sign up one institution. Yeah. So look at who is your customer. Is it B2B? Is it B2C? Yeah. So what is the model of your business? Yeah, there are models that will take time to gain traction. There are models that immediately you launch, you have your first customer. So it depends with what you want. Can you suggest certifications for a beginner? There are several certifications. The first certification you should start for, you can look for it online, Fundamentals of Blockchain and Cryptocurrency. That is where everybody should start. Fundamentals. Learn the fundamentals. Then move next, decide what do you want to do. Do you want to be a blockchain developer? Then go to the next course with regard to blockchain development. Become a developer. Learn the first level, the second level, and the advanced level. Thank you so much. I'll return it to host.
Thanks a lot, Benjamin Arunda. On behalf of Analytics Vidya, I would like to thank you for your time and for delivering such a wonderful session. I'm sure our audience found it insightful, and hopefully we can conduct more such sessions with you in future. I hope you guys have fill in the poll, feedback poll. If not, I request you to please fill in the feedback poll about it. Help us to conduct more such sessions. You can also find in chat the LinkedIn ID of speaker and upcoming sessions of Analytics Vidya. The recording of the session will be available within the two days on our YouTube channel. The link is also in the chat section. Till that, we will be back with our another session of Data Hours on 28th Jan. The link is in the chat section. Till then, bye bye and keep learning, everyone. Thank you.